You're listening to WUJP 91.3 FM Jam Pack Radio, Hempstead, New York.
Growing up for me, I think the toughest thing about it was going to see my father locked up behind bars, and the crack epidemic started, and there was such a push for, to join gangs and different things like that. By this time, I already had a pretty successful single, Let Me Drive You Crazy. I had worked with the gentlemen's up in Detroit, and, we had put that together, and it started doing pretty well internationally. And by that time, I was, married and moved out, had my first child, which is Chris, and then my second came along, which is Alon, and third came along, which is Omara, and it was like, wow, everything was just materializing so fast. And when I moved out to LA by that time, and like I said, with the gangs, it was like a culture shock. When I moved out there, it was more heightened there, and I didn't realize that, I didn't know that, but the thing about it was that it was tough being a parent, being a musician, and struggling, trying to make all that materialize all at the same time.
This is for all the lovers trying to get it back together again. Somehow, some way, baby. We gon' get it back. Let's love like we used to. Let's love. This is a song about trying to keep strong, stay strong. When y'all here in these streets every day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you feel left out, take it to the bridge. When you money, when your life's in doubt, take it to the bridge.
Yeah, so really by the time I was like 16 years old, in high school, I was playing basketball, and when I think back to some of the people that I met over the years, and one of the first people I met, when my mom moved over on the north side, it was funny because we were moving around quite a bit, and, because I was living with her at the time, during high school and everything. And, we moved over to the north side on Ontario Street, and I met a gentleman actually going to the store. We were, and his name was Butch Phillip. Everybody called him Butch, and Butch was one of the type of people that was definitely an enthusiastic person. He was in the church. He always played. He wasn't really a big performer, as far as going with bands and different things like that. But what led me to keep a friendship with him was his basically, how calm he was and peaceful that he was, and I came up, it was kind of radical and movement a lot, and I came from a big family, and it's kind of hard to get kind of focused, and he really helped me focus a lot, and channel my energies, and actually calmed me down a lot. And so we've been friends for like over 35 years, and he's produced a lot of people out there, and he's also done a lot of things in the community with a lot of brand new artists, grooming artists, and training them and different things like that in the studio. So, he's always been about that. And that's the reason why, I've always kept a friendship with him, even when I moved out to LA and everything. It was cool, we still stayed in contact with one another. And then when I got divorced and came back to Toledo, he was always there, and I always needed a studio person, and I could always pick up the phone, hey Butch, man, come on, man, we going to the studio, man, we going up to Detroit, we going to do this, we going to do that. And we just happened to work on quite a few artists locally, and none of their projects really got off the ground. But the fact of the matter is that we worked on some big local projects and together. And after I left, he got into a lot of other major projects locally and nationally too as well. So like I said, the people I've met, it's just been astounding over the years. And a lot of people think that the big quote unquote awards and accolades mean everything, but I tell you, the relationships you build behind the scenes on your journey, man, are the most important. And Butch, I'm gonna tell you, man, you've been always a person that's been in my corner all the time, and I'm always in his. So good brother.
My name is John Phillip. Everybody in the industry, of course, knows me as Butch. I'm a music producer. I've been writing and producing music for a long time.
Yes, you have, Lord.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, me and DeVonn, we did some music together in the 90s, and we used to go up to Detroit to record on 9 Mile.
Mm-hmm. Still doing it. I'm still doing it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, still doing it. We'll get into that. But go ahead, finish your story. Go ahead.
And so, after DeVonn had his trip to LA for a while and stayed out there for a few years, I started my own production company. And sorry, I'm making some coffee as we talk. And started traveling, working for people from Chicago, Atlanta, Florida, LA, of course. Came across a guy on MySpace. I'll tell you how long ago that was. That guy contacted me on MySpace and said he liked my music and came to Toledo to record in my studio. And the song that he recorded wound up being in a movie that he was in. He was an actor also. And his name was Christian Keys.
Okay.
And he put the song was in the movie, and he asked me to come out to the movie premiere. I went out to the movie premiere. I did the red carpet thing, and it was amazing. And I ran into some amazing people, and doing that opened some more doors for me. And I wound up working with other artists in LA, and it was an amazing journey. And up until now, I'm still been just busy working with people and helping develop new artists and working with some established artists as well. So it's an amazing journey.
Since you've been away, all my days is lonely without you. All I do is pray that you're coming home to me safely, babe. All my love is for you. All my love's for you, babe. Whatever you want, I will do. You're the only one I want in my life. For you, I'll make that sacrifice. Just believe in me, baby. Just like I believe in you. Just believe in us. All of our dreams will come true, baby. Woo. I'm looking for my brighter days, just as long as I spend them with you. I'll never lie or run the streets and do you wrong if you're true to me. Yeah. Just believe, baby. Just believe. Just believe, baby. Just believe. Just believe, baby. Just believe in me, baby. Just like I believe in you. Just believe in us. All of our dreams will come true. Just believe.